All right. What's up, folks? It is I, Mariano. Just like you, a Dolphins advocate. So, let's talk about this Chargers game here, man. I got my throwback on, decided to go a little old school, bugle boy situation. I mean, I don't know about that. I understand it. Throwback hat, whatnot. Just in a different area of the Fins room here, so to speak. So, my review of Dolphins Chargers. Mind you, I'm recording this right now. The game ain't over yet. But what just happened was, just so you know at what point I'm recording this, it was did Rosen just throw in this? Shit, I don't even know. I kind of been tuning in. But points I want to make in reference to how the game went today. First of all, I'm going to say this. The Dolphins are getting better. Even though, we traded off a lot of good players. This is like a whole another preseason for us right now. This is just the rest of the year is going to be tryouts. Why do you think you saw Walton on the field so much? Why do you think you saw so many guys on Moss? Who is Moss? Who is Moss? I don't know who that is. Albert Wilson didn't play today. Shouts out to Taco Charlton for getting our only sack of the game, as he did last week. Side note, it's crazy how somebody that came to the squad that wasn't even in training camp with us is the only one with sacks this year. But whatever, it is what it is. We understand, hopefully, that this is a rebuilding situation to the fullest. But anyway, one thing I noticed, and I posted this on Twitter, and I didn't even know this, that we were the least penalized team in the league. No, the second least penalized team in the league. So that's a positive, right? I mean, because a lot of times in past years, like, we get so many damn penalties, like, all the time. It's ridiculous. But this year it hasn't been the case. However, this particular game, there was enough. We had enough. Six, I think. At least up until this point where I'm talking, because the game ain't over yet. But anywho, the game went well in the first half. Again, man, I kind of got to chalk it up to, again, it's a rebuilding season, and this is all tryouts. The rest of the whole season is just tryouts. Who's gonna ride with us through these tough times? Who really wants to be a Dolphin? Who really wants to see ourselves through this tough time right here and come out on top in the future? Who really wants to play? And that's why I think a lot of guys like Walton and Moss got some playing time today. Hell, I'm damn near surprised that Ruddock didn't come in yet. He could have by now, because again, I'm not watching the game anymore. I'm talking to you. But Rosen needs his snaps, so I get that. And speaking of Rosen, speaking of Josh Rosen, for the most part, Rosen, I think he played very well. However, I think Rosen ended up throwing 2 interceptions. Definitely one. Maybe 2 by now, I don't know. But let's just say 1, just to be nice. So that was his only mistake. Besides the goal line situation that could have been saved. So Rosen played pretty well. I think Preston Williams played a whole lot better than he did last week. Christian Wilkins did some really stupid stuff. just one time. I mean, for the most part, he played a good game. But here's the thing, people. As our young players are progressing and everybody's getting to know each other, and we're going through the progression of meshing together as a team, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. And as well as that, coupled with the fact that there's not a lot of talent on the team in comparison to what it was and to what it will be, we're just kind of in this like purgatory kind of state of performance here. So, as much as I kind of thought to myself, wow, we're playing pretty good right now. It's 7-0, and then it's 10-10, and wow. I gotta admit, I will say, I'm like, we better not fucking win this game. We better not win this game. That happened anyway. We didn't. But the point is that for a while there, I was kind of, are we gonna win this game? I don't really want to do that. I want that first pick, man. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all can hate me all you want. I'm just saying. I don't want no compromise in regards to getting the first pick in the draft, so whatever. Just keep it competitive in the meantime, Don't make every game a blowout, but turns out that by now this is probably just another blowout. So, yours truly is going to now coin the hashtag phrase of Blowout Boys. The Miami Dolphins, yes, we are the Blowout Boys. The boys that get blown out. Now, don't get too used to that in regards to a negative connotation. Okay, folks? Because you gotta look at the big picture here. Eventually, a year from now, quite possibly, maybe 2, maybe 3, whatever, but soon, regardless, we're still going to be the Blowout Boys because we're going to be blowing teams out. You know how many picks we got, right? You know how much draft capital we got, right? You know how much, what do you call it? Cap space we got, right? You are aware of this, right? So again, man, everybody knows we're in a rebuild year. It was nice to see these guys compete for a minute, but at the same time, yeah, man, we're not really gonna win like that. But it's nice to see them compete. It's nice to see who really wants to be a Dolphin, and those who don't, Minka Fitzpatrick, go ahead and go. Go ahead and go somewhere. Go ahead and go. I don't need you. Side note. And I've been wanting to say this for a while. You gotta imagine, like, a lot of these guys grew up liking other teams, having love for other teams. So when you get drafted by the Dolphins, I'm just talking about the Dolphins at this point. It could be any. I could say any team. I could say Bills, Browns, whoever. If you grew up liking or loving another team, then you're not gonna have that passion to really try to give your all, to the team and the fan base, because you ain't really cared about that team. And some people, I imagine, maybe they hated the Dolphins growing up. Who knows? There's a person right now on our squad that grew up loving the Patriots, that grew up loving the Bills, that grew up loving the Jets. I guarantee you. There's a person on the Patriots squad that grew up loving the Dolphins, that grew up loving the Bills, that grew up loving the Jets. I guarantee you. It's 53 dudes, man. You mean to tell me 53 people grew up loving the same team? Not happening. However, even if you haven't not necessarily grown up loving or liking the particular team that drafted you or signed you as an undrafted free agent, or you got traded to or whatever, you should at least have respect for that team. To ball out for them. Put forth your best effort. So that's where we are. Who's doing it and who's not, I don't know. But at this point, it seems like we've gotten rid of who definitely does not want to do that for our Dolphins here. So, other talking points on the game today. And mind you, I didn't do a video last week because that particular team there, I don't want to give them no more publicity because I don't even want to say their name because y'all know who they are and they don't need more publicity. So I don't even want to speak on them or have a YouTube video with their hashtagged reference in it for them to get more attention that they really don't deserve, at least from me, at least. So here we are. So I guess it's bye week time. Next week, no game. Everybody just study, man. Just study. Just keep working out. Try to enjoy yourself too, and study. Study your next opponent. Study yourself. Study what you did wrong. Keep capitalizing on what you do right, what you want to do right. So the players today that I was let's start with the guys I was unhappy with first. I'm gonna have to put Eric Rowe out there right now because I'm really feeling like a cornerback is one of the positions that should definitely be taken in the first round. Because if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. I know you came from the Patriots guy, but it's a completely different system and scheme. You may have done decent there, but if you're that great, they would still kick you, right? So, Eric Rowe, not happy with your play today. I'm not saying that Eric Rowe was primary because our kicker, Mr. Sanders, my gosh, dude. I will be surprised. Well, I don't know because this is still a kind of a trial season to me, so I don't know if they're going to keep our kicker Sanders there on the roster. I mean, on one hand, we're going to cut you. On the other hand, let's just see if you can get better at kicking, and we'll keep you. I don't know, but kickers shouldn't be missing kicks. Side note, we got the Chargers over here that don't even have a kicker. Their punter is doing kickoffs. He is hurt. And this guy's making field goals. Gotta make you feel some type of way, to a degree at least. Who else am I not so happy with? I can't really, maybe, that's two people, the kicker and Eric Rowe. Yeah, I can't really, it's hard to say because, well, I guess you can just chalk it up to the pass rush as a whole. Fair? Okay. Moving on. Who am I happy with? Well, first of all, like I said again earlier, Josh Rosen. I am happy with how he played. Obviously, besides the stupid interception, the guy was double covered. It was a dumb pass. And you should have threw the ball away on the goal line, brother. You could have got if they would have challenged that, man, it probably would have been 2 points for the squad. However, doesn't matter. We was going to lose the game anyway. Who else did I like today? It's hard to say that I like Devontae Parker, even though he pretty much scored our only touchdown today. Because it seems like we're not necessarily targeting one particular person as often as we should. Kenyon Drake was targeted a bit. He did his thing today. Kenyon Drake, I'll give you your props. Not in the running game, though. I gave you your props in the passing game a little bit. At some point, they took Kenyon Drake out. I don't know why. Maybe he got into an argument with the coaching staff over there, and it was like, Watson, get your ass in. Or maybe they didn't care, and they just, again, like I was saying, just treating the rest of the season like preseason and just switching guys out and seeing who can do what. I don't know. But it was good to see Kenyon Drake do something. Just do something, you know what I'm saying? And not mess up. So that was good to see. What else was good to see? Uh, it was good to see the O-line block pretty decently, even though Rosen did get sacked a couple of times. But for the most part, they did well. They did well for the most part. And a lot of these guys are new on the squad. You know, they're new. Either they're rookies or, you know, first year guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, another thing I was kind of disappointed with was Jakeem Grant. I'm trying to understand what the deal is with that. You re-signed a guy up his contract, yet you barely target him in the passing game, and since the kickoff rule changes have come into play, the guy can't do anything. And I think that's mainly because, you know, the guy had a kind of what is possibly a devastating injury last year, and maybe he's just not the same guy now. I mean, maybe that's something we just have to accept. Jakeem Grant is not the same anymore. Maybe we just gotta accept that. If you can't get the guy in the open space on the offense, then you can't expect him to run back a punt or a kickoff this year either. Because if he ain't done it yet, it probably ain't gonna happen. And part of that is also opportunities, because we're not stopping Phillip Rivers on 3rd and 12. 4th and 12, was it? Was it 4th and 12? Come on, man. And these guys had a lot of it was a couple of 3rd and 1s that, you know, it was obvious. They put a guy in motion, gave it to the running back. Come on. It was obvious. I'm not in Florida. I'm in Georgia. I could see that 300 miles away that there was going to be a run on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, whatever the hell it was. Come on, man. Even if it's a guy in motion, they're not giving it to him. Most likely, at least, you know. So it was kind of silly either it was silly defensive play calling, or just like what the year really kind of is indicative of, is that, you know, there's just not enough talent on the roster. We ain't purposely trying to lose. It's just not enough talent on the roster, and that just is what it is. So, yeah, I don't even know what the score is right now. I turned it off when it was 30-10. I think Flora is just now doing a press conference. I don't want my videos to be too long. I just want to chime in, man. Say what up to y'all. Shouts out to you. Tell you what I thought about the game. You know, and, you know, keep this thing under 20 minutes. You know, you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do, and it is what it is. So, yeah, Blowout Boys in full effect. Another blowout for our fans. We got 2 weeks to do it again. Peace out, my friends.